Hello. Hello. The live has been started. Am I the asshole for upstaging the bride with an outfit that was approved prior to the wedding? It was my first Western wedding, so I was careful about avoiding any culture. I don't know what that word is, so we're going to skip it. But it like offending anybody's culture. I'm friends with the groom and I asked him for the dress code. I was dressing up to our nines in neutrals and pastels. I have this lovely, okay, I know the word, but I don't know how to correctly pronounce it. Now, is it sorry or do I roll the R? And it's Sari. You know, the Saree. I know what it is. They're absolutely freaking beautiful. How do I pronounce it? How do I, is it sorry or I roll the R? Thank you. All right, well, that's what it is. Those things are so freaking pretty. Okay. I have this lovely one that fit the bill. I sent him a picture. He told me that it was perfect. 5 months before the wedding, I met the bride and I met with the bride and many other of the groom's friends at a bar. I showed her pictures of what I was going to wear and asked if it was appropriate. I told her that I would be happy to buy a new outfit if it wasn't. So whatever the bride says goes. She said it was delightful and she'd be glad to have some culture added to her wedding pictures. The day arrived, friends stayed in the back for the ceremony, so there wasn't many eyes on me. For the reception, the bride changed into a gown that could be best described as grayish white. Not me in here looking for something grayish. Grayish white. It's either gray or it's white. I've never seen anything grayish. Okay. All right. It was the same fabric as my outfit. The majority and outer layer of her gown was still white. Only the embroidery was the same color as my sari, and the fabric underneath had a hint of the same gray as mine, thus making it grayish. Okay, so it's white, but the undertones is gray. That's weird. So like a sheer? The groom, his mother, and our friends complimented me for how nice I looked. The groom's mother especially loved it as she kept coming up to me to compliment me more. She's half Indian and was brought up in the country. She too had worn a similar outfit for the special day, and seeing someone else in it seemed to be sentimental for her. The bride and her bridesmaids, though, were a different ball game. The bride gave me the stink eye. A bridesmaid tried to spill her drink on me. Another commented if my outfit was going to turn out white in the pictures. When we showed up to get group pictures done, I thought endlessly about it and ended up standing next to the couple. The bride made moves so that I ended up in the very corner by the time the photographer started clicking. As we stood in a group for the bouquet throwing, the maid of honor asked if I was going to try and catch it, like I haven't gotten enough attention for the day. On our way back, I asked my friends if my behavior or outfit was inappropriate. They didn't think anything of it. Am I the asshole? No. Because if it's an issue, I'm never going to feel bad for doing what the fuck you told me to do. The bridesmaid that tried to spill something on me would have got fucking slapped. I would have stepped out of the pictures because I'm not. First of all, my thing is, why the fuck I'm not going to be in pictures of I'm not going to be in pictures if I feel like you feel any type of way about me. I'm definitely not going to stand in your pictures. I'm not going to. I'm leaving. If you have this much of a fucking issue, instead of coming and talking to me after you've already approved what I was wearing, I'm going to leave. I'm definitely not staying there. I'm not going to get on the fucking internet asking people if I'm wrong. You told me to do this. I'm going to get on the motherfucking internet dragging yo ass. This bitch and her insecure ass told me to wear what the fuck I was wearing, then got her ass on her shoulders and tried to get everybody in the wedding to fuck up my clothes. I'm going to drag your name. I will make it my goal for everyone to know how nasty and disgusting you are. You approved it. Your fucking groom approved it. If you have a problem, all you have to do is ask me to leave. But this other shit costing me money. You tried to have somebody destroy my garment. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, no. No, absolutely the fuck not. Honestly, I'm tired of you bitches having pretty friends and expecting them to show up ugly because your weird looking ass is getting married. I'm sorry to tell you, but everyone in the world don't automatically become ugly because it's your wedding. Because it's your wedding, don't make everybody in the world automatically become ugly. If you have good looking friends, you do not get to be mad at your friends for looking the way they fucking looked yesterday at your wedding tomorrow. Because I'm sorry, do not invite me to your wedding if you expect me to show up looking like the bottom of someone's fucking foot. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Like, that's my fucking problem. You know what these people look like. Then you get mad. You tried to show me in a dress that you looked at before I wore it with the same motherfucking face I had on when I talked to you the first time. Oh, okay. I must have been trying to show you up. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. Because I'm tired of you bitches with the weird faces want to be mad at your pretty friends. I'm going to need you bitches to go be friends with trolls that live under the bridge if you don't want nobody to look good at your wedding. Like, no. If I was having a wedding, that would be a requirement. You must dazzle when you walk in here. I want everyone dressed to the T. Why? Because my pictures are going to be flawless. My photos are going to be absolutely beautiful. I don't want to look out in the audience and see ugly people. But you know what? OP, she posted a picture, but okay, let me see if I can show y'all. Okay, she cute. All right. I'm gonna show y'all. See if it work out. How do you turn this shit around? And flip it. Can y'all see it? That's it. But it looks white, but it's really like a silver gray color. Like that's what it is. Yeah, okay? All right, it's like a light gray-ish color. I think it's very pretty. Very, very pretty. Am I the asshole for uncontrollably laughing in my sister's face when she asked me why her children chose to live with their dad? Probably, but it's probably deserved. So I'm not gonna give judgment just yet because I feel like if I say yeah, I'm gonna be like, fuck it, I would have did it anyway. So we just gonna not say nothing. My sister Sophia, 42 female, has some issues. Having some issues is an understatement. I, 28 male, am a super surprised kid from my parents and my sister. She was in high school when I was born, so we never had a sister-brother bond. From a small town in Switzerland, and my sister has gone to study law in Berlin. It was a culture shock for her. We're not prudish or conservative in the sense of politics and morals, but we're not the most open people either. She didn't take that well, and at the second year, she dropped out of law school after a diagnosis of major depression and general anxiety. She came back to our town and got married to her high school sweetheart, whom we're going to call Gabriel. She went to a local vocational school, got her degree on medical secretary. You can get a degree. You have to have a degree to be a secretary, or is it medical assistant? Either way, I don't fucking care. She started working at a local hospital in the town. She had her kids, the twins, whom we're going to call Leon and Luke, teen. Her anxiety and psychotic thoughts have skyrocketed after the birth. I was not allowed near her children after I was 16 because I might be a groomer. Because I went to Heidelberg to study medicine. She doesn't allow anyone but her mother-in-law to babysit because we're always traveling to corrupt places. My parents and I travel the world, and I was listening to techno music. Gabriel and my parents have tried to convince her to go see a psychiatrist, but she refuses to talk to anyone other than our pastor. Are you kidding? She needs help. She just needs to, oh, that's so sad. She just needs help. To be fair, the pastor's wife is a nurse in the local hospital, but he was also saying the same things as us. It was until the twins were 8 years old that this continued. They weren't allowed to leave the house unless Anna, Gabriel, or the mother-in-law was with them. Me and my parents weren't allowed to come near them unless they were supervised by Anna. Wait. I feel like OP forgot that Anna's name is supposed to be Sophia. Oh well, shit, we know her as Anna now. Fuck it, Anna. All your tea about to spill out, pudding. I'm reading what the fuck is in front of me. Okay, I'm not changing shit. I'm reading it. When they were 8 years old, Gabriel had enough and filed for divorce. Switzerland courts are not known for their swift decision-making capabilities, but to strengthen his hand, me, my parents, mother-in-law, the town's pastor, his wife, and the kids' teachers have all given statements. Due to the count of statements, the clerk has pushed the process and full custody was given to their father after only one court session. At the time, I was in medical school. After I graduated from medical school, I came back and I've decided to continue my residency in Switzerland. I currently work in Zurich, and my hometown is just a 75-minute train ride. He said just. Whew, that's a long time. That's a long time. I usually spend my golden weekends or long holidays in town. Last week, I had a week off and I went to see my parents. My sister was there, and to our surprise, she was crying hysterically. That's so sad. After the kids refused to stay with her after all she did. She goes to therapy. She was in an inpatient ward for a month after the divorce. That's so sad. I actually feel bad for this lady. I do. Normally it's like, no, fuck her. But I actually do feel bad. I do. Because girlfriend was already having issues before she even had the kids, and she didn't get any help. So it kind of just intensified it afterward. You know, like once she had the kids, it like doubled it. And it's like, that's so sad. It truly makes me sad. Okay, excuse me. She was crying hysterically after the kids have refused to stay with her after all she did. She goes to therapy. She was in an inpatient ward for a month after the divorce due to a catastrophic breakdown, which includes serious self-harm. She's currently on 3 different medications. Their relationship has improved, but at 15, they were asked again for their opinions on the custody situation. They said they didn't want it to change and they don't feel safe unless they were in public with their mother or some other person was present. I've listened to her rants for an hour until she asked me, have I suffered enough? Why don't they choose to stay with me? What can I do more? Ma'am. I saw her face. She was dead serious and I started to laugh. Not a pity laugh, but damn, I had lost it at that point. I laughed for a minute while she was just looking at me with the blank stare, and I said, you seriously think they'll trust you again? I'm sorry, but you have to let it go. If you were my mother, I would have wanted to get a restraining order against you. They're much more gracious than I am. I've left the house to see my nephews, and 3 hours after that, I got a call from my parents. Excuse me, telling me they were at the hospital after she tried to overdose herself with my mother's blood pressure medication. She's freshly out of the ICU, and everyone other than Gabriel are blaming me for the situation. Am I the asshole? Okay, so I feel like, honestly, I truly don't feel like OP said anything for him to be the blame for why she did what she did. She was already unhinged. That is not his fault. Her committing or trying to overdose herself is not anything that he has anything to do with. You know, but what I do have to say is if you know your sister has a history of not having like the best mental health, you have to be careful for the things that you say. And OP knows that. At the same time, I understand why he feels the way he feels. But I do think like, bro, you know how your sister is. And I feel like you could have said that. You could have 100% told her how you felt, but with gentler words. You know, like with gentler words, he didn't have to throw in, I would have put in a restraining order against you. They're much more gracious than I am. Your opinion, what you would have done was not relevant to what she asked you. She asked you a question and you threw extra shit in there. You know, like you gotta be gentle. You gotta be careful. So yeah, I don't think it's an everyone sucks situation because the sister has issues. She has issues and she's actively trying to work through them. But because of her issues, it's not happening as fast as she wants it to. She's accepting the help. She's on medication. She's just not mentally strong enough to see and understand why your kids do not want to come back. She's still looking at it as I'm being punished for what I did already. Instead of, looking at it as you aren't doing enough to ensure to them this isn't happening again. Like, so I truly don't think it's in an everybody sucks situation. She's trying. It's just not working out the way she wants it to. And that's okay. And I think it's absolutely okay. Am I wrong for putting peanuts in my food and not putting an allergen label on it, knowing that the food thief is allergic? So my office recently got a new hire. His name is Omar. He's a young Muslim guy, fresh out of college, and ever since he was on board, my food has been going missing. I mention his religion because I'm also Muslim, and it's hard to find halal food on short notice. It's been really difficult not having food to eat because it's been stolen. My theory is that he stole my food because I'm the only obviously Muslim person in the office. I wear a hijab and I've mentioned going to mosque. Is that how you pronounce it? Mosque, Mosque. Mosque. He knows that my food is okay to eat. I've tried talking to him about this, but he always plays dumb and denies knowing anything about my missing meals. As the title says, Omar is allergic to peanuts. Girl, you're going to jail. You go to jail. On Friday, I brought leftovers, which included peanuts. I made sure to label the package clearly with my name. I didn't think to include the label about it having peanuts in it. Okay, no, she didn't put peanuts in the food. She brought food that had peanuts in it with her name on it. I feel like, no, you're not the asshole, because this wasn't made for you and mine. Now, if you purposely put peanuts in the food knowing he was going to steal it, that's different. That's a whole different conversation. But no, she made herself a meal that just happened to have peanuts and took the leftovers. Bro, you wouldn't have never got sick if you wouldn't have ate shit that didn't have your name on it. Nope. I didn't think to include any label about having peanuts in it. No one else in the office uses allergen labels for their food. It never even crossed my mind. When I got to the fridge and realized my food was once again missing, I rushed to Omar's desk, where I, of course, found him eating my food. I told him that the lunch that he stole had peanuts in it. His eyes got really wide, and he went for his EpiPen. And thank goodness he injected himself before the reaction got really bad. After Omar got done panicking about his reaction, he blew up on me. He said that I could have killed him, and I said he wouldn't have been in danger if he wasn't a liar and a thief. He told me that it was my fault for not putting an allergen label on the packaging. I said that I'm lactose intolerant, but I don't expect everyone else to put labels on their dairy because I don't steal other people's food. He said that it's different because milk won't kill me. I said it was the same principle. HR has ruled in my favor, but they now require allergen labels on all food. And the entire office is mad at me, not just for the inconvenience of the labels, but because I targeted Omar and tried to kill him. Now I feel bad. Am I in the wrong? I'd have peanuts in every meal for the rest of my time working there. Every meal. I would eat fucking hamburger and french fries, sprinkle some fucking peanuts on top. I mean, I know there's certain things she don't eat because she's Muslim, but whatever the fuck she eat, I'd sprinkle peanuts on everything. Fucking peanut shavings. You know how long it takes to shave a peanut? I do it all day. Fucking cheese with motherfucking peanut on all my food. Everything. I would label shit that didn't have peanuts. I have one motherfucking bowl that say peanuts in this meal, and I take that motherfucking bowl to work every day. I don't give a fuck if it's cereal and milk in that bowl. Every goddamn day. Every day. Because what I'm not going to do is fight with somebody over my motherfucking food. I'm calling the police. This man has been stealing from me for weeks, and I demand compensation. He want to act like he don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm calling the police. I'm calling everybody. This is not what I want. Where is my fucking water? I always think that it's hilarious that people get caught stealing and almost fucking die, but you want to be mad at the person whose food you stole. I bet you won't steal shit else in here, huh? I bet you won't eat shit the fuck else. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter if she pays for her sister's schooling, then I will stop favoring her with my money? I'm going to try to make this as clear as possible. My mother had a fund that was supposed to be for both of her grandchildren. Excuse me. She told me this multiple times that it was for both of the kids. She also informed the girls they would have money. She passed away unexpectedly. My oldest was the only one on the fund and it was legally hers. She didn't share it with her sister Grace, and she has a huge head start in life because of it. Due to this money, she was able to go to college debt free, and she's going to buy a house soon. My husband and I have been scrambling to give as much money as possible to Grace since she really got screwed over. Even with all of our help, she still needs to take out student loans. Grace is working while in college, and she even found a student job that gives free housing. The issue is that she needs a car for it. So my husband and I are going to buy her a car because turning down this job will result in a ton of extra debt for her. Shelly found out about us getting her a car and is pissed. How the fuck you gonna be mad that your parents are buying your sister a car when you literally stole money that you knew was going to her? She does not have bus money. She doesn't have bus money because her sister stole her part of the inheritance from her. Fucking ding dong. It's not stealing because Granny didn't change it. Granny told both girls that the money was going to be split between the both of them. Just because she died before she was able to legally do it doesn't make it fucking okay. And then for you to come and fucking cry to me that I'm doing shit for your sister and not for you definitely doesn't fucking make it okay. It is fucking stealing. She did steal that fucking money. Like, y'all want to be as technical as you want to be, then no, she did fucking steal that because grandmother told her that the money was going to be for both of the girls. They were both told. They were both fucking told. Shelly, the older daughter, knew exactly where that money was supposed to go. She knew exactly what was supposed to fucking happen with that money. And because grandmother passed away unexpectedly before she was able to go and alter it, she took advantage of the situation and kept it all for herself. That don't make it okay. Like, you people are fucking disgusting because it already shows me that you guys would 100% fuck over your family for the almighty dollar. It 100% shows me that you would fuck over your family for the almighty dollar. And that is disgusting. It is disgusting. Shelly is upset with us favoring Grace because she never got a car from us. I pointed out she doesn't need help financially at all. We argued for a while and I had had enough. I told her if she pays for her sister's college, then I will stop favoring her sister with my money. She called me a jerk and isn't responding to me. Edit. According to my mother's partner, she had the money together in order to build it up more and was going to split it when my oldest went to college. She died before that. They're full sisters, same parents. No, you're not the asshole. The thing that really pisses me off, you have this money. She still has money. It's not like it was just a certain amount for her to pay for college. She paid for college and is going to buy a house. She's going to buy a house. She can still pay for her sister to go to school, to give her some type of leg up in the world. But no, she's angry that you're giving my sister something that I don't have. Your sister is literally trying to scrounge and scramble and fight to get the education that you paid for with the swipe of a fucking card. Like, that's fucking disgusting. And anybody that feels like Shelly is not in the wrong, you guys are terrible. You guys are fucking terrible. Just disgusting. Because what? Like, And these are grown-ass women. They're old enough to go to fucking college. They grown as fuck. Grown as hell. Like, nah. Shelly was, I don't want this fucking soda. I keep grabbing this goddamn soda. I don't want soda. I want the water. Just a bit of water, please. Shelly sucks. She suck. Oh my gosh, you guys. This story, I really want to find out who OP is talking about. I do. I truly do. My stepson is a successful TikToker, but he's a monster. I have a teenage stepson. He started on TikTok recently and he's racked up millions of views and he's made thousands and thousands of dollars. I read the comments and they're all, he's so adorable or he's the man. Secretly, he's a monster. There's something very wrong with this kid. He punched his mom before a few times. I'm talking square in the jaw. He's abused his younger sister, and he's SA'd his older sister. We've gotten him to counselor after counselor. He doesn't care. He refuses to admit there is anything wrong with him. When you confront him, he stares at you with his unsettling stare. We eventually had to send him off to live with a male family member. He's apparently doing pretty well there. However, he came back for Christmas and was up to his same old crap. His mom feels like a failure and she misses him anyway. But she's his mom, so I get it. He came up behind his older sister. I hate saying this, but she's on the larger side as far as her chest goes. He thinks it's hilarious to just grab her there. I told his mom flat out that he needs to leave. She planned on him staying longer, but I wasn't having it. We got him a plane ticket a day later. Now his mom is telling me that I'm the reason she sent him away. Or more like, I chose you over my own kid. Which, what the fuck? I'm very much considering leaving her because of that. Anyway, this is my life. Edit. I forgot. What the fuck? Oh, it's water. I forgot something. A few days ago, the mom blamed me for sending her son away and said that she chose me over him and that I made her choose. Edit. CPS did investigate it, but like most times, they didn't do anything. They told me even if they did, they're underfunded, so they wouldn't have anywhere to put him. You have to remember the laws are different for adults versus minors. I want to find out who this person is because I want to expose them. So bad. So bad. So bad. I want to expose them so fucking bad. But I don't know. I don't know who this person is. I do not know who this person is. Like, okay, he's got an account. I can bet you that mine is bigger. So, what's up? What's up? The least thing this kid needs is a fucking platform. And I want to tear it down. I want to bring it down. Am I the asshole for telling my brother he can't have it both ways? I, 33 female, am a stay-at-home mom with my 3-year-old son while my husband works full-time. This story involves my brother, 31 male. He's also a parent and he lives with his wife and 2 kids. Female 7 and male 3. My brother and his wife both work during the day. Their youngest goes to daycare 3 days a week. The rest of the week, they usually relied on my mom for childcare. However, she's recently started refusing and said they need to find other arrangements. This caused a pretty big rift in their relationship to the point where my brother wasn't speaking to our mom and our sister-in-law refused to spend Christmas with her. Could you imagine? I'm not going to talk to you because you're refusing to watch my kids. They're on better terms now, but it was intense. My brother has asked if I could take my nephew for 2 days a week. I agreed. It's a bit of extra work for me, but he's a good kid and my son looks forward to seeing his cousin. We had this arrangement going right after the holidays. Last week, I asked my brother if he and his wife could take care of my son on Saturday, as my husband and I were attending a child-free wedding. Originally, my mother-in-law had volunteered to babysit, but unfortunately, she had to cancel because she got sick. My brother agreed, and then the next day sent me a long message saying that he and his wife agreed that I put them on the spot and made them feel like they had to babysit and that they aren't obligated to watch my son just because we're family. Okay. And that they might have other things to do. I was annoyed at this, especially since I've been watching their child without complaining. I admit it was a last-minute request, but I think my brother is being crazy unreasonable. I texted him back and said that he can't have it both ways, expecting me to help out with childcare, but because we're family, but I can't expect the same from him. And that if that's the way he wants it, I'm not going to watch his son anymore. My brother says I'm being childish and that he didn't say he won't watch my son, just that I shouldn't expect him to always say yes, since he and his wife are very busy. That's not what you said, though. That's not what you said in the message. The message said you put us on the spot and you made us feel like we had to babysit and we're not obligated just because we're family and we might have things to do. That's not what you said at all. So don't try to switch it up. It's not. And he said that it's not like we were attending the wedding because it was urgent. He's now not speaking to me. My mom told me just to not play his game because my mom told me not to play his game, but I just need some outside opinions here. Am I the asshole? Nope. And don't watch your nephew ever fucking again. Ever fucking again. It looks like they need to extend that 3 days a week to 5 days a week if they're going to be assholes to the people that are doing something for them. And I guarantee that you're not getting paid because you're family. No, look like y'all going to be paying some more money. And if you're that busy, you should have thought about that. Make sure the events that you're going to are child friendly. You don't get to send me a long ass message about me putting you on the spot and you feel obligated, and we're not always going to do that because we're busy. To the person that literally babysits your child twice a week, you don't get to say shit to me about what you're not going to do for me when I ask you to do the exact same thing for me that I'm doing for you. I completely understand if she was asking them to, can you take the boy and drop him off at school, but you got to go back and get him at lunchtime because he's got a dentist appointment. And then after school, you got to take him because he's got soccer practice. But please make sure that he only has a soy-free bison burger for dinner because we don't be eating nothing else. And you got to peel the potatoes by hand or else he not going to eat the French fries. They asked you to do the exact same fucking thing that they do for them, that they do for you twice a week, and you can't do it. And you can't do it. Okay. Yep. This is why I don't deal with any of my family. My husband told me that he would divorce me if his late wife came back during an argument. And you're upset? You're upset. Your husband told you that if his deceased wife came back to life, he would divorce you. If his deceased wife hadn't died, y'all wouldn't be married. Right? We're going to read it and find out because it could be something else. We're going to read. It is disrespectful. It is 100%, but I'm not going to get mad over some shit that's not going to happen. That's so fucking rude, and I'm not going to be mad about it. Okay, well, when she come back, let me know so I can sign the paperwork. That's how you respond to that shit. Like, people are going to say shit during arguments to hurt your fucking feelings. Say shit back. You can't control it. You can't fucking control it. Stop being so sensitive. Like, some of y'all need to stand up for yourself. Like, stand up. If my wife wasn't dead, I would divorce you. If your wife wasn't dead, you wouldn't be married to me. Now I'm the asshole in the situation. Like, say what you want to fucking say. I think fast. So make a comment. Say something. I dare you. I double dare you. My husband and I have been together for 10 years. We've been married for 6. He and his late wife were together for 3 years, and they were married for 1. They have a son who's now 13, but I know I don't come first in his eyes. And as a person who doesn't like a whole lot of attention, it worked out pretty well. He goes to her grave every day after work and takes their son to her grave on the weekends for an hour to spend time with his mom. I work from home as an online tutor working with kids on English and history. So through COVID, my stepson was home with me during school remotely. I've known him since he was 3 and we have a decent relationship. We bonded over shared hobbies like building Gundam models and the Percy Jackson books. Yesterday was his birthday and I gifted him a special edition box set of the second series in the Heroes of Olympus. Whatever the hell that word is, I'm not going to try. When he opened my gift, he all but screamed and hugged me as he was thanking me. And as he was thanking me, he called me mom. I didn't say anything, but I did smile. I've raised him for almost 7 years, so sometimes I feel like his mother, even though I know our bond isn't biological. My husband became furious, and once my stepson went up to his room and read the books, he began to yell at me. His quotes including, "You're not his mom, and how could you ever be his mom? How dare you let him call you mom? You don't have any children. He's mine, not your son." To defend myself, I replied saying that I was glad my stepson saw me as a maternal figure. My husband blew up and told me if my wife came back from the dead, I would divorce you in an instant for her. Don't act so high and mighty because you help my son with homework sometimes, or build stupid plastic figurines no matter how many bedtime stories you read him. You're not and will never be his mother. And that's when you look at him and go, if your wife wouldn't have died, I wouldn't be here to help your son with his homework, to put those stupid little plastic figurines together. Like, you respond. You fucking respond. Like, you gonna allow this man to talk down to you and hurt you and then get on the internet and ask for justification? Respond. Let him know. And the bitch is dead. Now fucking what? That's why your son called me mom, because the bitch is gone. I can be hurtful too. I can be fucking hurtful too. So now your son gonna be mad because I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave. It hurt my feelings, and my husband and I are sleeping in separate rooms, and I feel awful. I just don't know how to respond. I love my stepson. I love my husband. But right now, I feel utterly devalued and replaceable. I just needed to get my feelings somewhere that I know he won't find it. Thank you for reading. I'm not about to sit here and feel awful. People do not have the permission to make me feel any type of way. You do not have permission to make me feel any type of way. None whatsoever. So if you say something to me that hurts my feelings and I don't fucking want to be hurt, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I feel so awful because I just love him. I'm not going to justify shit. I've left people for less. I'm not justifying anything. We're sleeping in separate bedrooms. Bitch, I'd never sleep in this house again. Like, I'd never sleep in this fucking house again. Like, I still feel how I feel, like, bro, and you're fucking mad. Like, say something back. Y'all be letting these motherfuckers bully you for fucking why. The dick can't be that good. The money is not that goddamn great. The house don't look that fucking nice. The clothes you wear aren't that comfortable. The car you drive don't save that much motherfucking gas. So my question is, when someone says something to you, what the fuck stops you from standing up for yourself? What is stopping you from standing up for yourself? If you're married, that means you're an adult. You're old enough. You need to stand the fuck up. Take care of you. Because people on the internet aren't going to be the ones to come and rescue you when he tries to throw his fist at your face. Like, what are you going to do? Like, y'all motherfuckers need to stand up. Stand up for yourself. Like, I'm so tired of coming across people who motherfuckers say shit too. And it affects their whole mental everything. I feel so replaceable and devalued. Yet you're still sleeping in the house. You don't feel that replaceable and devalued because there's no way in the world someone's going to take away my value, the value that I see myself having, and I'm still going to sleep in the house. Like, I truly feel like a lot of you guys accept the abuse that you take because you feel like you deserve it. And who am I to try to convince you otherwise? Like, you have convinced yourself you deserve to be treated the way that you're being treated, so you make up excuses to justify it. I will be alone every day for the rest of my fucking life before I let somebody try to puff out their motherfucking chest and stop and fucking talk to me about anything. Fuck your mother. Like, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no fucking way in hell. Like, I need you guys to stand the fuck up and stop being so goddamn scary to be adults. To be fucking adults. You, like, at some point, you have to stop letting people bully you and pick on you. I know for a fact that I can get a lot of you guys to do what the fuck I want you to do simply because I'm gonna walk up to you, say it with confidence, and you gonna be too much of a punk to tell me no. Somebody you don't know from a can of paint from a hole in the wall. But if I walked up to you and told you to do some shit because you're a people pleaser and you're non-confrontational, you gonna fucking stand there? Yo, son, that jacket is tight. Run that shit. Half you bitches would take the jacket off your back and hand it over because I'm not confrontational. So you just gonna run around let people punk you because you don't like confrontation? Like, come on, like, we have to do better. We have to think better of ourselves. We have to treat ourselves better. How do you expect people to respect you if you don't respect yourself to demand what the fuck you know you deserve? No. Hell no. Ain't nobody gonna fucking bully me. You got one or two times to say some shit, to do some shit that I don't fucking like. You'll never see me again. You will never see me again. My fallback game is expert fucking level. Expert level. All right, you guys. But that was the last story that I have for you. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a great day. Bye bye.